There we go. All right, streaming on a nice Monday. Let's see what I can do today. Before I launch into it, I'm gonna just give the spiel up front here. If you're tuned in at any point, please like, comment, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Give me a follow if you're on Twitch. Feel free to use the donation link in my About page if you feel like providing a little bit of cash flow. You could also subscribe to me on my Patreon page, also available in my About page. Let's grow the channel, and you can help by sharing it around too. Those are the things that would be extremely helpful. There's never any obligation. Of course, this is something that I enjoy doing as is, but to make it better and to be able to do this long term, support from an audience is a necessary component. So if you want to be part of that, please go right ahead. That would be amazing. Okay, so I wish I got more work done on the weekend, but I was busy playing Hades on my Switch. It's an amazing game, and I absolutely love it. But I did manage to actually get a nice little animation kind of done here, which I just want to briefly show it here. It looks really cool. Of course, this is not finished. There. It's a little hard to see, probably need to up the contrast and all that, but it's a nice starting point, I think. I'm pretty proud of that. Managed to make that. And another thing I did was install FreeCAD on my computer here, and that is what I'm gonna try to integrate into the exporting part of this whole CAD pipeline that I'm working on. And I'm going to get a little something set up in my scratch buffers and all that stuff, and I want to see what I can do. So let's just see what happens. Here's the WebM. It's not quite perfect yet, but it's pretty good, and I'm actually really happy with the output of that so far. That's all in a little project here with a bunch of extra stuff going on and all kinds of neat stuff. I also fixed up, let's see if I could show it. That's not the right thing. I have it here. This should work. Yeah. So this is a little confusing, but this is exactly what it looks like. If I let's see here. Here, let's build this whole thing and draw it out. This is something I had been working on a little while ago, and I had abandoned it. Well, abandoned isn't the right word. I had paused work on it for a little bit, but I managed to get it working completely again here. So what is going on here? This is two distinct polygon shapes being unioned into a single polygon. So the green outline and the black outline are the two source polygons, and the cyan line is the merged version. And these red and green dots are to show the hits. Like I have a function that checks if a point is inside a polygon now. I should redraw this so that it's inside the whole union for a minute. Let me fix that just a little bit here, and then get rid of the other things again. This was just a test, and I managed to finish this up today too. One other little thing I'm going to do is, of course, tweet this out. All right, just trying to promote myself through Twitter. Ridiculous world I live in here. Twitch/Adam James TV. Hopefully this works. All right. I'm gonna call that good, and then I'll just get my good old chat window open on my phone and then launch right into things. That's the name of the game for me today. Boom. Okay. I want to mess with this for a minute before I completely actually, let me see this. You know what? I'll deal with that later. Don't need to deal with that live. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So, Polygon C is the unioned polygon. This here is, let's do 300 points, and we'll change the range that they can, let's see here. Let's do this, 14, 14, and we'll just do decrement by 1 so that they can go into the -1 area. It's just a lazy way to make a set of random points. Not necessarily the most efficient approach, but it works fine. And all I need to do here is style the element if it's inside Polygon C. If I build this, it's calculating for 300 different points, so it takes a bit. It's not the most efficient algorithm, but it does work, which is more important at this stage. And not sure why it's taking that long. It shouldn't take that long, but anyway. I wonder if there's something. Oh no, there we go. Just took a lot longer than I thought, but there we go, it works. So any red dots are outside of the polygon, any green ones are inside of the polygon. And that I'm quite pleased with. So actually there is one more thing I want to show in this that I managed to fix up, and that is instead of doing for point and eye points, I actually want to do for try in clip ears of polygon C. That should work. We'll see. All I really need to do, well, let's do this. Thread last try through svg slash path polygon 2. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't really need to do much at all. I don't even need to do it like that. I'll just do this. Okay. Path polygon try. Okay, that should, whoops. Oh, right, of course, gotta do f slash clip ears, and let's only do 100. So it should be a little quicker, should be about 3 times faster. The reason it's a slow algorithm is because it has to check for every triangle that exists in the polygon. I did this wrong. Fill none. Stroke black. Right, so this is just a showcase of the clip ears algorithm that I managed to fix up finally. And that was kind of the missing puzzle piece for getting the polygon union function to work pretty much the way I want it to. Oops, okay. Well, almost done. Silly formatting mistakes, but not a big deal. There we go. Okay, so there it is. I can do the ear clipping algorithm to get a set of triangles that fully cover the polygon, whatever the polygon is. It works reasonably, like it's a simple algorithm all said and done. It does not produce a nice even mesh of triangles. It just produces a set of triangles that does cover it, which for right now is probably going to be just fine, but there might be other triangulation things that I need to work on in the future. For example, I have a Delaunay implementation. I'm pretty sure it doesn't completely work for concave polygons, but as a starting point, this is pretty good. So the next algorithm I want to work on is Polygon Difference. And the reason for that is I can use polygon union and difference to produce polygons with holes in them. So like weldment, geez, let's come up with something that makes sense. Let's say you need to extrude a square tube. You draw some tube shape and then you offset the points in or out to get the thickness of the tube metal. Then you can extrude that. So it's a polygon, or even sketch with curves with a hole inside where there's no material. So that's a very useful thing to have. So polygon difference is probably the next thing to work on. And then generalizing the data structure of flat sketches to include, like, to allow for more complicated sketch configuration. So polygons are the easiest version. You just have a list of points and then you draw straight lines between them. But there's things like Bezier curves, circles, arcs, and other non-straight shapes that would be really useful to have as drawing capabilities. But this is a really powerful start as it is, because in a pinch you can always take some boundary representation of a curve and discretize it over, like, you could just sample points every couple of millimeters or whatever and get a straight approximation of the shape, and then put that through the polygon algorithm. So worst case scenario, I could just do that. Best case scenario, I have more useful implementations, but it all takes time to get there. What I want to do is explore today this program, FreeCAD. I've used it before, I've never used it on stream, and it's been a long time since I've used it at all. So there's a UI and there's also a command line interface, which you see right here, like this. This is a Python environment with all of the FreeCAD stuff in there. And it's been a long time. I don't remember how to script this at all. But there is, so it uses Python 3.6. FreeCAD 0.18 is apparently this version available here. It's not bad, not bad. Anyway, so before I go into this, there we go. Let's launch the UI and hope it loads up in a reasonable time. Last time I launched this, it took a couple minutes to launch. I don't know why. It's not perfect necessarily, but it's a starting point. Hey, that was much quicker. I'm not sure if I might have important windows open in other desktops, so I need a minute here. Let's do this. Okay, things look okay. All right. So this is FreeCAD's empty workspace. So there's no file open or anything like that. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, so there's a bunch of different workbenches. Let's do, well, there's part and part design workbench. Let's start with part. So last I used this program, I was on 0.16 and 0.17 was in like the early release, or the, like, that was the nightly build or whatever. And at the time, I mean, it's quite powerful software that is meant to be in the same vein as things like Inventor and SolidWorks. It's open source, it's free, and those kinds of, like, they're massive programs. So this is sometimes prone to crashing, so I'll see how things fare today. But what I always prefer to do is script this kind of stuff without the user interface anyway. And so the idea today is way more related to, I kind of want to see if I can in Clojure make something that outputs OpenSCAD, and then and then figure out a way to import OpenSCAD and export a step file without the user interface, and then put that in like a little utility function in Clojure. That way I can have something at least to help me with step export, which will be a useful feature when I start shopping around to manufacturers. It'll be really nice to have step export, because then they can still interface with SolidWorks and stuff like that. So that's the general idea behind this exploration. So if there's anyone watching, by the way, please feel free to join in the chat, talk about any projects you're doing, any questions you might have. Talk about non-programming stuff. I'm up for anything like that, as long as you're friendly and not rude. Maybe those are synonymous, but don't hesitate to join in the chat if you want. I enjoy that kind of thing. And never feel concerned about distracting me. I distract myself plenty, so that's what I'm all about. Okay, so I have the part library open here. Let's see if I can, let me just see. I think this is probably a new empty document, yeah. Okay. Oh boy. You know what, let's leave it at that for now. I'm trying to find the modifier key that helps me. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Trying to learn a thing or two here. There's still okay. Let's see, what can I do here? Create a cube solid. That sounds like fun. Let's do that. Ooh. Okay, one day I'll figure out. There it is. That's rotate. Okay, that's nice. Okay, cubes are nice. Cylinder. Let's do 1, 1, 1. Let's take the cylinder here and do. Oh, that's cool. Okay. There we go. Let's see if I can do I don't know what I can do. Parameterize geometric primitives. Create. That's a plane. Oh, well, that's pretty cool, I think. Box. Okay, close that. So let's delete this plane. Okay, oops. Box. So I'm just spending a few minutes kind of learning a little bit of the kind of lingo and whatnot. It's been a while since I've used FreeCAD, so oop, there goes the zoom. Uh-oh. What have I done? Zoom to fit, please. There we go. That got out of hand pretty quickly. It zooms a little too fast. I'm using this Magic Mouse right now. I also use a gaming mouse, which is probably a little better. It conforms to my hand more nicely, and it has a locked... Yeah, that's probably better, actually. Maybe I'll stick to that. Although it's kind of in my way. Let's try that. I like to kind of mix up. I use multiple mice and keyboards and stuff like that just to keep my fingers from getting... Like when you use a bunch of different inputs and stuff like that, you're moving your fingers in more directions more of the time, I guess, kind of to prevent RSI a little bit. I don't know if it actually makes sense, but it feels like I have less pain when I switch input devices regularly. Nope, no thank you. Oh, there we go, that's pan, okay. Gotta get a little bit used to these controls, but that's no big deal. Okay, so a box. Okay, that's all fine and good. I'm gonna delete this now and go view. Oh wait, sorry, that's not even what I want. Here we go, the workbench. That's what I want to change. And I want to have a look at nope, not part design. Well, now I gotta wait for it to load. Not a big deal. Okay, so this is the 2D sketching context. It's got a solver, it's got constraints. You can add elements to it. Let's see. It's a little clunky, to be honest, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, there's a lot of things about what I'm implementing that aren't very good, so I really can't... Oh, they're not attached. Okay, that's not what I want then. Let's do... There's got to be a polygon. Let's do this. I'll do a simple rectangle. Click close. What I want to try to do is a revolve. Yeah, okay. So that does work. That's nice. Okay, so if I look at the model, there's a solid body with a revolution and a sketch. So I can edit the sketch. Yeah, this is very similar to... Yeah, this is the kind of workflow idea behind SolidWorks and Inventor as well. So you can click this. I can change the amount about... Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. Axis, symmetric to plane, yeah. Cancel the change. Origin, presumably. Okay, these are just like, they're just data holders, I guess. Okay, that's fine. It makes sense too that every part element has its own origin. That works, that makes complete sense. But okay, then I'm going to delete that and I'm going to go to OpenSCAD and see what I can do. Environment wants access to Finder. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Okay. Let's see if OpenSCAD actually does anything for me now. Let's go to none. Oops. Okay, open SCAD. Not sure. Macro part. That's not really what I want. I kind of think the OpenSCAD thing isn't working yet. I wonder if that's I wonder if it needs okay, so this works, the program works here, I mean, right? Let's see, open. Here's OpenSCAD. Whoops, what did I do? Oh yeah, I have this open here already, okay. Right. Okay, so OpenSCAD is a different kind of language, but there is a way that you can get OpenSCAD scripts into FreeCAD and they can produce geometry. If I remember correctly, that should be possible. So it's, but something's not working, so let me figure that out. FreeCAD plugin. Gotta see how I can make it work. Import OpenSCAD code. Let's have a look here. Access to some of the mesh operations. Okay, this here I guess is what I need to do. Edit, preferences, OpenSCAD. Let's have a look at that. Okay. One thing I notice about open source software that runs on multiple platforms is that very often the documentation could be fantastic. Often it is. The only thing that is a bit of an issue sometimes is the documentation isn't often changed for the platform specifics. So I mean, this might be a case of it being older documentation and something moved in the menu, or it could be that on Linux, that particular preferences thing is actually in a different spot, but it's not a big deal. It's just that you often have to know how to use your own platform and kind of interpret different parts of the documentation just so that you have kind of like translate it, as it were, into your own platform. It's not a big deal. It just is a thing that does happen. I've noticed. Okay, so okay, where was it? Maybe I'm also wrong in where I'm looking here. Edit, preferences, open SCAD from the top menu. Something tells me something isn't quite working here. Macro path, not what I need. Well, I'm a little confused right now. Tools. Yeah, I don't know. File is not what I'm looking at here. I mean, preferences is just right there, but I don't know, I guess, I don't know what I guess. Hey, Emerson, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Tools, edit parameters, I'm sure that's not what I need. No, that's not it. Fine, how about me? Yeah, I'm doing well. Nice Monday, getting started in a nice way. Pretty happy with how things have been going on my end. I also have this, I'll switch right back to my screen in just a second, but I managed to make this finally, a little animation. Pretty happy with that. It's not perfect in terms of color, but it's kind of cool. There's little bits of improvement to be made there. But that was all nice output with my own code, and pretty happy with how it turned out. So that, like this here, have an animate function, and this whole model code here, and it all actually worked, which is pretty nice. There's all the letters to make up the message, and yeah, pretty happy with it. As a starting point, it's pretty good. Obviously there's stuff to improve, but now I have the code, it's easy to generate the output, so that was fun. I managed here to make some better algorithms for clipping a polygon into different triangles, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. And today I'm messing around with some existing CAD software, this 3D modeling with code here, trying to get this program to work in a useful way for me. So it's kind of a fun day. Glad you're doing well, of course. Hope your studies have been going okay. I remember you mentioning that a while ago. I hope all that is going or did go okay. Alright, I just can't figure out, there's something a little bit wrong, I think, with the OpenSCAD's just not working for me for some reason. Macros, not what I want. Well, okay, I'm going to, that's fine. It's not moving? What's not moving? Not sure. Sorry about that. It's fine again? Okay. So are you able to see movement on the screen now? This thing is, the thing above my head here was rotating around. Let me know if that's, yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Might just be some latency or something. I can't be sure about that. As long as it's okay, at least for now anyway. I was trying to do stuff on this screen as well. It's going to be a big empty blank thing, so it might have looked like nothing was happening. I'm not sure. It's just not working the way I want. There's just nothing happening here. Okay. Tasks, that's probably what I need. If I go into part for a moment. Okay, so it does draw things, which is nice. Try open this one more time. Combo view. Let's try customize. Workbenches. Well, let's try import. No idea if this will work, but might be worth a try. It's a lot of supported formats. Okay, it looks like that's not what I need. Man, oh man, there's a lot of imports. That's crazy. Okay, so it doesn't have SCAD file types in here, so this is not what I need it to be. That's okay though. Okay, I'm gonna close it and try to open it again. Try view workbench. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not working. A bytes-like object is required, not string. Yes, I know. Let's see if I could just search that error for a minute. Wonder if this is a known error. Let's see. Python 3. Maybe I need, let's try this one more time. It's possible I need to actually save a file to disk and then open the workbench. I don't know. Let's do a part, file, save, new, I guess first. Save it. Okay. Now let's try No, that's not it. Shoot, that's kind of lame. Okay, well, let me do one other thing then. Let me do... Let's see if I can make some macros work or something. I don't know. Let's make a new folder. FC macros. Why not? Let's open that. Macro name ASDF. It's beautiful. Okay, let's change the cube's data to 1, 1, 1. Stop recording. Okay, now let's try execute it. Okay, it worked. Alright, that's interesting anyway. There's one other thing I could try to do, and that is well, okay, first of all, let's go cd dev/forge cd fc macros vim. Oh, it is plain text, that's good. Okay, so this macro is Python and macro. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I wonder, if I could actually just execute this in the FreeCAD command line as is. So it does look like I want to figure out what it takes to open or to generate a new document instead of having, because there's no active document by default. So let's quit that. Also, there's actually one last thing I want to do. Okay, I'm letting myself get too distracted here. Let me start this over just a little bit here. Let's close this document. Don't save it. Okay. Record. Macro name. ASDF. Yeah, I'll overwrite it. I don't care. Okay. New document. Cylinder. Cylinder data. Radius 1. Height 20. And stop. Okay, now. Oh shoot, I should do. Well, let's vim that. App.newDocument. Why are these commented? That's weird. Well, it doesn't matter for right now. Okay, I'm gonna make a new FreeCAD experiments. This is some experimentation to see how I can interface my interface Forge with FreeCAD for some basic step export FreeCAD to help with file exports so that I can get minimum viable product soon. Eventually I want a stable self-built step exporter, but exporter so that I don't have FreeCAD and Open Cascade as heavy dependencies, but this will work fine for now. But this could work fine for now. Okay. Python. Let me just see what this all looks like kind of in Oop. This is kind of a bad way to do this, but okay, this doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, here, this is what I need. Coding UTF-8 seems important. Yeah, okay, so I don't know why these are commented out. It looks like any GUI calls are by default commented out, presumably so that you could run it in the command line, I'm guessing. But I'll have to see about that. There's one final thing I forgot to record. Let me go do that. I just got to record saving. Let's record. Actually, you know what? Let me do this one more time. Don't save. Let's go from a fresh-ish situation here. Let's just do part because that's fine. Let's record a macro, call it ASDF, record. Do I want to overwrite it? Yes, I do. New. Cylinder. Save. Save as. This is the part about Mac that I really don't like. The file stuff I'm always a little annoyed by. Dev Forge. Sure. FC out. Save. Okay. Stop. Let's go see what difference there is there. Okay, so cylinder, blah, blah, blah. Recompute. Interesting. Oh no, that's in there already. Okay, here, this is what I need. app.getDocument. Cool. I bet I can make this work. Okay, that's a good start. Save this. This isn't being tangled. Okay, good. I wonder if I run Python, what's the default here? Python 2.7. Gross. Getting all my stuff mixed up here. Okay. Now let's do one more thing here. So if I go File, Export, Record, ASDF. Yeah, I'll overwrite it, I don't really care. File, Export. Oh. Well, okay, that's a start. File, Export. So there's a few interesting output formats actually. brep could be very useful. IGES is useful. OpenSCAD. Oh wow, you can, that's interesting. You can go out but not in maybe? Doesn't matter. Step. This is the one I care about right now. WebGL. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot all about that. Okay, this is pretty cool too. Kind of a fun fun export method. But let's just do step and hope that it works. I think it will. Oh, oops, I also have to stop. Right, Vim. This is weird. But okay, I can work with this. And delete objects. Okay. Save that just in case. I also need to import GUI. I don't like the hopefully that's fine. But let's also okay, so there's the step file. I don't think it's plain, oh, it is plain text. Yeah, step files are these weird whole things too. There's all kinds of step files are awesome because they have pretty good interop between 3D CAD and the import export stuff is generally pretty powerful. There's a few problems with it, but I'm not going to get into the details of all that today. But in general, the step format is pretty powerful, pretty useful to have as an import export capability. it's a complicated spec. That's why it is nice to have converters already instead of making your own. I wouldn't really know where to start yet, but FreeCAD is a heavy program, so it hinders the ability to do it completely, say on a website or something like that. You need a back-end server with FreeCAD and all that running. It's all possible, it's just not what I really want, at least not as my end game. But to use it at the start is not a problem. I don't think I have a step viewer though, so I can't really actually look at that. Maybe online, I don't know. A little nervous to actually. Let's just see. No, not what I want. This probably isn't it either. Oh wow, this actually seems to work. Let's see if this will actually open. Oh wow, that's pretty slick. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so the point is not to show something in the browser. The point is just to prove that the step file that FreeCAD generated is a valid one. Good to know. And with that bit in mind, I am in fact going to use my little animation here, and I will be right back. It's a little hard to see, maybe. There. Okay, won't be long. Okay, ready to get back into it. Feels good to actually use an animation I made for the first time. Legitimately. Okay, so now I'd like to see if I can yeah, I don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Let's close that. Okay, let's Let's do FreeCAD. And here, let's just try to, we'll just type out that script basically and see what happens. Import FreeCAD, import GUI. Okay, can't load GUI in console application. That makes sense. Okay, is there a different way to export without the import GUI then? I don't like that. Oh, there is also a Python console that I can boot up in here. What am I looking for? Windows. No. So many menus, so many options. Maybe in panels. Python console. There we go, that's something. It's kinda, it's not the most beautiful thing, but you know what? It's okay. Is there... Oh, there's no... objects. Okay, so there is... That's cool. So there's autocomplete, but let's do... del objects. It's been a long time since I've used Python, so I'm probably not doing everything properly, but is there an autocomplete for import? That would be nice. Is there an import? Maybe there's maybe that'll work. Maybe I don't need the import GUI. We'll find out. Import part app.new document A. Okay, there's a document object. App.active. Oh, you know what? Let me try set active document just to be safe here. Set active document A. Okay. App.active document.add object. Part cylinder and the name C lowercase. We'll just leave it simple. That should work. Oh, wait a second. I don't know what that means. So let's see if I run it in here. active document dot, what was it again? Add object. Add object. Type and name. Okay, the type is part cylinder and the name is C. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is, so here, this is the real struggle I'm gonna have with if I'm writing Python code. I'm writing it and I'm not remembering to put commas in lists because I write in Lisp, or Clojure, which is a Lisp, which doesn't need commas. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the label and the object name are different. Weird. Let's see. So it looks like I don't need to do this. I kind of think I don't need it anyway. Recompute seems useful, yes. One probably means success. Okay, I'm gonna copy and paste all these in there because let's name the new document A, cylinder C. Let's delete this. Oh, wait a second. Let me not delete this because I might need it. I don't know. A. This. Don't think I need. Don't need that for sure. Okay, FreeCAD.get document. A. Get object C. I think that'll work. Let's see here. Okay, the label, yeah, okay, the label is C, just like everything else. So that's fine. Yeah, so also these are, I don't need to change them like that. Let's do a really obvious change. Let's make the radius 50. We'll keep the height 20. No, we'll make it 12, so it is different. Yeah. And then A is that. Let's copy this now. Not sure if that actually worked. I think it did. Okay, so now let's see dev forge vim fc out dot. I don't know if this, yeah, okay, that's not readable. It's probably like it's probably got a whole database in it or something like that. So that's probably not what I need. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Okay, so Oops, I messed that up. I also don't know if that is correct. We'll find out soon. I also should... Oh, that's not what I meant. Let's remove FC out. Okay, so now let's go back into here and run this again. Oh, come on. There's no read, whatever it's called. Okay, now it does exist. Okay, so remove FC out. Okay, good. That might have been a mistake here. Don't save it. Okay. List. Okay, that looks okay. Right, now what I want to check is if this will work. Objects equals empty. Objects, oops, dot append FreeCAD dot get document a dot get object C okay. Now let's try import dot export objects with u users Adam dev forge fc out dot step. This is where it might not work. It worked. That's amazing. Well, now let's just vim fc out. Yep. Cool. Okay, that is some great news. Great news. So, is there a way where I could actually tell what the dimensions are just by kind of reading the lines here? That's another question on my mind. That was made at 345, so that's proof that it is newer anyway. Oh, here, cylindrical surface, line 32, which is this axis, which has these points, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Axis 2 placement in 3D. Okay. 3250 is the radius. So the cylindrical surface has a radius of 50 here, which is what I have there. Presumably the units are specified somewhere in here too. Or maybe it's defined by the schema that's used. I don't know for sure. Although I don't think that's the case. Oh, and here, so vertex point. Okay, so there's a bound face, which is bound by an edge loop, and that edge loop is an oriented edge with all these various lines defined here. So the oriented edge has an edge curve made up of vertex point at 23, which is at 50, 0, and 12, a surface curve which is a circle with an axis placement at this position and a radius of 50, which makes sense. It's a little hard to piece it together in your mind, but this spec works, so that's good. It's really nice to know, actually. So now I just need to and that'll work. Exit. Okay, so if I do Python 3, this probably will break. Let's see. Yeah, no module FreeCAD. So that's not quite what I wanted. That's okay though. Let's just not worry about that stuff for the time being. There's one other thing I wanted to do. And that was, well, so first of all, let me do this. Make a few notes to myself here. FreeCAD experiments. FreeCAD script. This script makes a cylinder, changes its radius and height, saves a FreeCAD document, and then exports the cylinder to a step file. Idea could be to generate valid macro scripts from my Clojure library, which then can be run with a shell call. So actually, while I'm thinking about that, if I do the in-source Python tangle to /fcscript.py, fcscript.py exists here. So if I do FreeCAD fcscript.py, oh man, it works. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's put a little note there. Just execute the script directly. Also, can you, I wonder if you could just do it doesn't look like it actually did anything. FreeCAD console mode. Write log. Python paths, module paths. I don't know what response file means. Oh, I guess any console output gets put into a file instead. What is FreeCAD -c. Oh, okay, I see. That's the same as this. Ah, okay. Right, so can you direct a string into... Wait, let's try this. FreeCAD. What is Python's print? Okay. If I do FreeCAD print hi, okay, it opens FreeCAD, but it doesn't really take that in, so that's not working the way I want, but that's going to be fine for now. Clojure. Oh, I also do need to import shell. I don't think I have that in here. Forge proto. Let's do here, this. Oh, that won't work. It would need to be in its own namespace. It's probably fine, right? Let's just use this as a base, copy that. Don't currently want to use that. Let's just leave that like that. And then define step. Let's do file name. Let's just do it the simplest way I can think of for now. FreeCAD fname. Right, that works. I guess. Right, that is what I did, right? Let's remove okay. Yeah, okay. So if I eval this into the REPL for a minute, I'm in forge.export. If I export step and I run this with the argument fc script.py, that should work. It produces fcout.step. Yes. Okay. Well, so that's quite nice. Let's go in. Okay, good. Good. Not what I meant. There we go. Okay, that's nice progress. Okay, so I have the beginning idea of an approach, a very rough idea of an approach. So basically I could compile or transpile, if you will. I could figure out a way. I could take my Clojure library and make a transpiler that transpiles all of my code to valid FreeCAD macros, which then builds a document in the command line version of FreeCAD and immediately exports it to a step file. That's viable. That's not necessarily easy, but it's possible. So the next thing I want to try now is actually go over here and save this, save as a different file type. I want to see if I can kind of force let's go forge scad out dot scad first of all, save that, and file export, no, come on, file export CSG. Okay, so this CSG file type I believe is text. Okay, let's do vim scadout.csg. Ah, yes. Okay, so it's like an AST kind of thing, which is good. Okay, good. So now what I'm curious about is if I go back over here, let's bring the console down a bit. Actually, can I? Beautiful. Thing of beauty. Alright, let's go file, import. Oh, I need to make a new file. File, new file, file, import. Here, scadout.csg. See if it works. Oh man, it does. That is promising. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, that's really quite cool. So using this sphere, union, prism. Really? Huh. Cool. Yes, delete that. That's fine. Man, that's pretty neat. Okay, so point is, there is a way to import SCAD files by exporting the proper type of file. So let me do, whoop, not what I meant. Is there a union? There must be, right? Let's do let's see. Advanced utility to create shapes, compound tools. Don't want to make it compound necessarily. I want to make a union. Oh, here we go. A union of several shapes. Boolean operation with two shapes selected. No, sorry, wrong one. Let's do there we go. Okay. So it's called Fusion now. Right, so the difference, like what happened there, oh, also, okay, so this is one problem, I guess. These aren't technically cylinders, they're n-sided prisms, so that's maybe not good. Right, this is not, yeah, I don't know that that's perfect, but it's a starting point. It's just a start. Yeah, it's a polygon with 100, so if I make it 24 only, yeah, they're cheating. They're not cheating, but you get my point is it's not a cylinder like this is here. So it's not totally perfect. And where does that come into be? Let's see. If I open this, okay. Let me delete all this. I'm looking to see if there's some way to preserve the idea that this is a cylinder, not a prism. This, I don't need to do that. So if let's refresh again. I think it might be F5. Yeah. Looks nice with the wireframe on, but looks nice with it off as well. Perspective and orthographic, yeah, nice. Oops. Oh, it's not centered. Oh well, doesn't matter all that much. Doesn't really matter right now. That's not really the point. Echo version, don't need to do this. So this is okay, this here, this FN 100, I don't think I need it. I think it just is like a precision sort of thing. Okay, so without the precision, I wonder what happens. Okay. So save that. Let's do export. Oh, that's not what I meant. Cancel, cancel. What's export? Doesn't, there's no binding. Oh well. Okay, scat out, save, replace. Zip back over here. Okay, so FN0 is the default, I guess. I don't know what FA is, but I'm not going to worry about those. I don't think this is going to actually change anything, but I'll find out soon enough. Import, scat out. Okay. Sphere union. Oh my goodness, it worked. Okay, that's important to know actually. So let me do something here. Cool. Another one. FreeCAD script, SCAD script, create a SCAD script or CSG script directly. Create a SCAD script and use SCAD to export to .csg. It would also be possible to directly create a .csg file from CLJ. Then use FreeCAD to import CSG and then export the whole thing as a stat file using similar approach to above. Okay, begin source SCAD. I don't know if this is a valid oh, it doesn't know how to interpret that, but that's okay. That is totally fine. The .csg file from the above script looks like this. Oh boy, I don't want links. That's fine. Let's maybe clean this, make this just a little more readable. I think I've already done this kind of work actually. I don't know for sure. This is there. Yeah, perfect. Sphere, cylinder, mult matrix, that whole thing. It's a little confusing, but it's fine for now. Not a big deal. This is just scratch work anyway, really, if I'm being honest. Oh, I messed something up, but whatever. There we go. That's actually not bad. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I could actually take... This probably isn't going to be that difficult. Okay. Right, so then the only thing to figure out, let's quit that, clear list. Okay, so I want to remove FC out files, remove FC scripts.py list Okay, PyCache is annoying. I'm gonna have to get rid of that later. FC macros can stay for now. Scat out. Okay. Let's see. Let's make one more macro here. I'm going to record a macro from the beginning of what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Record a macro. We'll call it ASDF because I'm original. Record, replace. I do indeed. Okay. New. Import. Scatout.csg. Save. Cancel. I don't want to save it. I actually just want to go here, select all, and then export, step file, FC out, save. Stop. Boom. Okay. Now, let's make right, so this is CSG to step via FreeCAD command. Let's have a look at this script then. FC macros, vim. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty much all the same. So I'll go ahead and just kind of type it out so I get familiar with it. Import FreeCAD, import CSG, import. Sounds so ridiculous, but that's okay. App.new document A, because I'm lazy. I don't need to set active, don't need to activate it, don't need to do any of the GUI stuff. Import csg.insert from the source file users/adam/dev/forge/scadout.csg. Wow, it's beautiful. Comma, unnamed, what should I call it? Should call it something, right? Probably. Right. So let's also do this app.new document A, and we'll define document as FreeCAD.getDocument. I think this will work. I think that'll work the way I want it to. Does Python have let statements? Maybe not. Maybe inside a function, but man, I have to relearn Python now. It's been a while. been a while. Let's see here. Okay. Right. Okay, now I don't know if I can define this object like that. I'm not sure. Because the problem is the get object I don't know that I can do that. Well, let's see. Actually, let's have a look. Oop, here. Okay, so get document, import CSG. See, I just don't know how to get the... If I don't know the name of the top level item up front, I don't know how to get all of the objects, you know? So let's try. Let's do FreeCAD.get document. Document name is unnamed dot get, isn't it? Invalid syntax. Oh, did I do... I did that thing where I think I'm in Lisp again. What's wrong? How do you define things? Maybe you don't need def? I can't remember at all. Okay, A. Okay, so A dot get it's not quite what I want. A dot get find objects returns a list of objects that match the specified type and name. Both parameters are optional. Oh, maybe that's what I want. They're all part features. It's 5 features. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and difference is the top level. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. It could. Well, let's try that. Okay, so I do here, I don't need the def anymore, I just need doc equals this. Import CSG is that, and then I do here, basically, objects equals doc.find objects, right? That's what it was. Find objects. Gotta change the font and appearance of that editor later. Find object. Oh, not at all what I needed. There we go. And then I just do import dot export objects users slash atom slash dev slash forge slash fcout dot step, and then del objects is, I think so. Boom, and that's it. Okay, so let me try to run that. Let's see what happens. What did I just do? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to save it. Okay. Okay, so now what I would like to do, now is clear out a few of these things here. Okay, fcout.step doesn't exist. Let's save this as a script. Tangle to /fcscript.py. That should have saved, right? And now if we run FreeCAD with fcscript.py, there are 2 unused tokens. Okay, did it work? Vim fcout dot step. It did not work. Okay. Okay, well that's not a big deal. It's not perfect, but interesting. Well, let's pop open FreeCAD and mess around. Import FreeCAD, import CSG, import app dot new document a doc equals FreeCAD dot get document a. Okay. Import CSG dot insert users atom dev forge scatout dot CSG. end processing CSG file. That's good. Let's try it. This is probably where I made incorrect assumptions. Doc.find objects. What does this look like? Ooh, it's empty. Okay, so it's possible end processing CSG file. Let's see. Get object difference part feature. Okay. I wonder, let's try doc.get object. Does this work? It's empty. Okay, so there's something going wrong with this import CSG part here. Let's try it again. But instead of this, we do unnamed, like, oh, maybe I have to, maybe it's the document name here. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's what it was. This has to be A. I don't love that, but okay. Okay, well now let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 part features. That makes sense. It's the same as in the UI. Okay, so let's do objects equals doc.find objects. Objects should now be non-empty. It is. And now I can do import dot export objects u. Oops. That was weird. Or I'm just being silly. Users atom dev forge fcout dot step. Okay, this, I don't know if this will work, but we'll find out. Okay, so I think it worked, but I think it didn't work the way that I expected originally. And that means, well, what does that mean? Okay, so I've got, boy, it puts a lot of junk in here, unfortunately. I don't like that. Is there a step file though? fcout.step does exist right here, which is really nice. Vim parse tab, what is this? Don't like that. It just kind of clutters things is all. So probably should put it in an output folder or something. Oh, you know what? I'll deal with that later. Let me go back here. Back to this. So I think the export worked, but it'll have extra objects in it, so it'll kind of render weird. Like I think you will be able to see, yeah, you see all 3 of the cylinders, and that's because I exported every single object, not just the top level object, which is what I want. So I have to fix that. And I don't know how to get just the top level object. That's the thing I need to find out. Oops. Let's define B as a.get object difference, and let's see what I can do here. B dot mem size. I wonder if it's that might be not smart. Content. Whoa. So what I'm just trying to figure out history. There is no history to it. That makes sense. I'm trying to figure out if there's a clever way that I could use some of the properties of every object to get just the top level one that I want. C equals a dot find objects 2 See, that's not helpful. Let's define C as 3. I was hoping that there'd be like a hidden or suppressed or something like that. I don't want to deal with any of these. Get parent geo feature group. Oops. It's nothing. Okay, what if I do c dot get parent geo feature group? Huh. Okay, that's not what I thought. Oh no, I'm realizing I'm doing all this in a spot where you can't really see it on the stream at all. Oops. That's a shame. Uh-oh. Okay, here. Let's move the combo view over here. Not exactly what I want, but a little bit better. Let's also... geez, that's too small. I don't need it to be that big either though. Let's do here, Consolus or Menlo. There we go. It's at least something. Oh man, I don't want to. I'm too lazy to manually change the colors to be what I want, so I'm gonna just let the colors be what they are. Don't know why I didn't change this up a little bit earlier, but that's just gonna be fine. Okay. Placement. That's not it. C dot expression engine. Maybe it's just get parent group. Oh, again. Nothing? Really? Man, I'm a little bit lost at the moment, but we'll figure it out. Get all derived from part multi-fuse. Okay. Okay, so that is referring to this. The label is union. The shapes are those cylinders. Refine, false. View. I don't want to deal with that. I want this. Okay. Part multi-fuse. Okay. What? That's not what I expected. Okay, that's add a range. Okay. I don't know. For object in a dot find objects. I don't remember if I'm doing this right. Okay, so for object in a dot find objects, I want to return object dot label. How do I end the for? Oh yeah. No, I want to go back. Return. don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, let's just go back a little bit here and not worry too much about this. I'm just going to change this to match my expectations. This works, okay, and instead of .find objects, I'm just going to do get object difference, save this. This now, if I run FreeCAD with fcscript.py, it should only output a single step. Huh, okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's see what went wrong. Oh, I have to do objects. I have to do this. It has to be .append, like that, I think. Well, let's also remove fcout.step, and we'll try to run it again, see what happens. Oh, yeah, of course. Now I have to do it this way. You have to initiate it. There we go. Okay, so now let's have one final look at this step file, and then we'll see if I can make something just a little more interesting. Just a bit. This hopefully, yes, okay, that's what I'm looking for. That nicely matches this, which matches this. Good. So that is a major step in the right direction. Okay, so now let's see if I can have some fun here. Let's do SCAD CLJ. I've messed around with this library a little bit before. Let me, oh, I didn't star this, I should star it. March 18, things have been updated, cool. Okay, this SCAD CLJ is something fun to try out. So here's what I'm going to do. Forge Proto. Oh, I have to, let me add it as a dep here. Same-ish. SCAD CLJ. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. Oh yeah, SCAD CLJ / SCAD CLJ Maven version 0.5.3. Save that. Ooh, not what I meant. Save that. Okay. Next. Oh geez. Let's restart the Forge session. Wrong one. Wait, what? I thought that would work. That's okay. And here, let's go into here right away and import this. Wrong. Let's have a look. SCAD CLJ.model as model. Is that actually what I want? SCAD. Oh, let's check out doc. Oh, that's a shame. I've used this before, but I forget how to use it properly. Let's check out what dependencies it has. Clojure, core matrix, core match. Not a big deal. In fact, I probably should be using those things myself. SCAD. Maybe there's something in the wiki. Oof, no. Modeling functions. It's a small project, so that's totally fine that this happens. User spec. Okay, well, let's do, I think it's the SCAD. Let's just quickly poke through the code to try to figure it out. I'm pretty sure, okay, this pulls in the model. Okay, the geometry is like a helper function. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull in the SCAD model here. Def multi, right expression, utility, indent, right block, modifier, include and call into SCAD libraries. That makes sense. 2D, 3D. Oh, here we go. Right SCAD. Okay, let's do come on. Okay. SCAD CLJ SCAD CLJ.SCAD refer right SCAD, right? Gotta do this. I think that makes sense, right SCAD. And then if I go to model, yeah. And I go here, SCAD.CLJ scadclj.model as scad. I think that'll work. Save that. Now I go here, MX session restart. All right, we're cooking with something. Should restart soon. Boom. You know what? I'm okay with that. Uh-oh. Boolean. I guess that's been replaced somewhere in the SCAD library. It's not perfect, but I guess it'll be okay. Clojure core Boolean. Oh, okay. Wait. Clojure tools analyzer. I'm not going to worry about that for right now. That doesn't seem like it's going to be a big deal. Okay, so let's do, if I do scad slash, what's a good thing to do here? Okay, I'm gonna try let's do square. Actually, no, let's do scad slash polygon. And then I want to extrude it. Transformations. Extrude linear. How do I read this? I think okay, let's do scads. Let's do thread first. Scad slash, it's a function, right? Scad slash polygon points. I think it's probably like this, right? 0, 0, 10, 0, 10, 10. Yeah, okay, that worked so far anyway. Now let's do scad slash extrude linear height 20. I think that works. Wait, does it have a and block though? even remember how this is done in let's do I think that's how you do that. It might just be extrude, but that's fine. Circle. Five. Just do that. I don't know if that's correct. Syntax error. Extrude linear doesn't exist. Okay. Okay, I don't remember. Okay, let's find. Cheat sheet. Okay. Linear extrude. It does exist. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Oh, I did extrude linear, didn't I? There we go. Yeah, okay, so that does work. Linear extrude. Alright, now back to this for a minute. Does this have to be in a map? Maybe it does. Oh, it's got to be thread last. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. So, using that, let's do it this way. Thread last. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Height, nil. It's got to be this way. Okay. There we go. Now, if I do right scad, this whole thing, it's a string. Okay. Now that's already a SCAD file. That's pretty good. Okay. So, right, what's the next thing to do? I have an idea. Okay. Okay, so pared down the total number of files a little bit just to keep it cleaner and cleaner to read. Okay, what I wonder is if I spit this into scadout.csg directly, I wonder if I don't need to change anything. I doubt that'll work, but let's try it. And here, all I need to do is okay, I went too far. Oh yeah, I'm in a different folder now. So I have scadout.csg. If I run FreeCAD fcscript.py, I don't know if this will work. In fact, I kind of think it won't. 2 unused tokens. So there's parse tab, all that stuff's back in, and there is no FC out. Okay, that's not a big deal. That's kind of what I expected. But now, I'm gonna do this for a minute. Whoops. Right, import. Okay, so that failed, which is fine. It's not surprising at all, really. Now here, if I file, export, CSG again, come on. Yes, I'll replace it. Try that again. Now it works. Oh, I also have my little bit in there. And we'll be right back. There we go. All right. Now, the part of this setup that I haven't sorted yet is how to convert the SCAD into the CSG directly. It shouldn't be a big deal at all, really. And I really do, I kind of want to be able to run the FreeCAD script from Clojure without writing the CSG and the script itself to the disk. It'd be nice if I didn't have to do it that way. But as a start, I mean, because I can't, it must be possible, I just don't know how yet. FreeCAD experiments, FreeCAD script, SCAD script. Okay, let me actually write a little note here. The process pipeline already works like this. SCAD CLJ to SCAD to open SCAD CLJ to SCAD file to CSG file via open SCAD to step file via FreeCAD script. Yeah, so ideally this pipeline can work without open SCAD. This could be done by modifying SCAD.clj to output CSG directly. Just noticed someone gave me a little subscription on YouTube there. If you happen to also be watching my Twitch stream, thanks for that. I have no idea. It's entirely possible that there's no relation to any viewers at the moment, but that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So what am I saying to myself here? SCAD CLJ creates a SCAD file. You open that file in OpenSCAD and produce a CSG file, and then you can convert that CSG file with FreeCAD to step file, and you get a nice step file output. That can work, that does work already. It's not smooth, but it works. I can cut out the OpenSCAD middleman here by modifying the write SCAD part of things, basically to output, instead of the SCAD stuff, the CSG. It's not that much different anyway, as far as I could tell, so seems like a pretty big win. What's the right thing here? SCAD. Basically I could just make my own namespace, copy all this stuff, and just do my own implementations for write expression for each bit And that's basically all I have to do. Not that complicated, really. Right, because the CSG file type, if I look at, okay, these are the two things. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so this code produces this CSG. The difference is minimal, really, except for let's see. Okay, so it looks like I mean, group, I guess top level things get put into a group, although I'm not 100% on that. That's fine. That's pretty easy. You could just wrap everything in a top level, basically. Sphere. It looks like the biggest difference really is, well, so these are put in, like their defaults are placed in, the $ things here, the defaults are placed into there. Then there's sphere R, it's 25. Ah, okay, so it does convert. If you pass in a diameter, it turns it into a radius, like it calculates the radius from the diameter, but that's okay. That should be no problem really to implement. Same here with cylinder. The height, so okay, basically the CSG calculates everything up front, expands everything out, and just adds a few things into the different calls here, and then finally it looks as if all transformations are converted into their multimatrix form. So if I wanted to implement my own CSG export instead of SCAD export, I just have to wait a second, let me think. I almost should I'll have to think about it a little bit, but it shouldn't be too complicated, really. The difference with the SCAD export, it doesn't have to calculate anything, really. It just kind of transpiles the Clojure side of things into the thing directly. What do I even mean by that? Let's see if there's a good example. Okay, def method, write expression for translate. It'll have depth. Oh, depth is like a calculated thing for auto indentation. It'll have a form, XYZ, and block. Form being well, whatever. Right here, you concatenate list with indentation of depth. So depth is just a number, and it'll put in that number of spaces basically here. And then it'll put in this string, translate with your arguments, create a new line here, and then map cat right expression, incrementing depth. Right, that makes sense. On block, which could be any number of sub-expressions. And then and then at the end of that, after all of those expressions are parsed and put in with all their indentation and everything, you just close it off and put a new line. Very straightforward, actually. So in this case, the only difference actually is you do def method translate, and then you convert, you do a let mult matrix equal, and then you convert it appropriately. Right? Yeah. And then you just replace, instead of do translate, you do mult matrix with the mult matrix. Then everything else is basically the same. It's not going to be that hard at all. Cool. And then similarly, rotate would also have a mult matrix. I do imagine that probably if you have, you could probably optimize it, or there probably is an optimizing feature. I don't know. But my point really is I probably could clone this, make a CSG version of this, and then use that directly. That might be kind of fun to do, honestly. The whole reason for that is that so that I can have a smooth step export pipeline is really the idea there. Part of me is really curious if I could well, okay, let's do this. If I do tangle to this should work now. Okay. That works because there is the step file right here now. Good. Okay. Now I want to run scat out 2. Okay. I want to see if I can remove some of these defaults here. Just want to see how minimal I can make this and still have it work the way I hope. because the closer it is to the same as a SCAD file, the less work I really have to do, which would be kind of nice. Although it would be good to do things properly, you know, as it were. Okay, didn't work. Well, that makes that easy. Alright, let's try to run this one more time, just to make sure it's back to working and normal. Okay, it is. Alright, so that is good to know. To do this, I have to pay attention and do it all properly. I mean, that's really not surprising, but okay, makes sense. One final thing, I guess, is to look at, well, actually, here, let me, okay, to use this as a good basis for experimentation, let me refresh that, and this one I want to do translate uh, 70 0 0 logo 50 oh, it does work. Okay, good. Okay, so that is a nice output, kinda. It's good enough, really. And now we can export that to CSG. Yeah, I'll replace that. What I want to see is if I delete everything, yep. No, everything, seriously. Okay, now if I file, import, this won't work, right? It's a non-sphere. Okay, it didn't work. File, import, let's delete this. Move to trash, please. Yeah. Where am I at? This one. Open. Should be two objects. Yes. So here, see it. They're all part features, but I only want the ones that are the top level things, and the top level things might have different names. That I'm struggling with that. That's my problem. So if I def b equals a dot find objects 1, b dot label is what? Cylinder. So that's the first object. Okay. Huh. Okay, so it goes. Okay, well let's go b dot. What's attachment offset? That's not it. B dot in list. Oh, okay, maybe. C equals b dot in list. Wait, sorry, first b dot in list. Okay, so C equals b dot in list position 0, right? Okay, C dot label. Okay, so if I take the first okay, well then C dot in list. Okay, C dot in list. Oh, label difference. Okay, that is the top level thing. If I do if I make b equal a dot find objects 0 b dot label sphere. What if I do a dot dependency graph? Whoa. I mean, that's pretty cool, but okay, that looks like maybe it's a JSON thing. Could be. Okay. A dot content. Oh boy, it's a whole big thing. So that is okay. So that's an XML thing, which I don't want to have to go crazy on this stuff right now. Active object is what? A dot active object dot label union. Sorry, letting myself get distracted. I hope that's okay. When I get this distracted, it does mean it's almost time to get going, honestly. Okay, if I do a.activeObject.label now, why is it still union 1? Is it because I don't know why. Oh, that's not at all what I meant to do. Well, okay. Oh, no, that was a mistake. Okay, let's do a dot. Let's just try find. I mean, the dependency graph is probably a clever way to go with it. I really just want something that gives me top level, you know? I wonder if this does it in order. So if I do a.objects, let's define b equals a.objects 0, b.label, sphere is the top. Okay. What about b.objects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 5, I mean. Union. Okay, now 6. b.label sphere 1. Oh, so it's the last two, right? Okay, 3, so 3, 4, 5. Right. Wait a second. Let me okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What's 4? I don't understand why the order is like this. It's strange to me. Yeah. Okay, so that I'm kind of not getting anywhere. So if I do a dot, poke around in here a little bit and get going soon. It's been a long stream for me today too. Meta, empty. Topological sorted objects. That is interesting. So if I do a dot topological sorted 0, a.label is unnamed. That's exciting. It's less exciting. Oh, I'm being completely ridiculous, of course. Let's do this. B equals a dot topological sorted objects b dot label difference b dot label union. Okay, so 3, position 3, this should be sphere. Seriously? Okay. All right, almost there. Get editor mode, get group of property, get object, get objects by label, return the objects with the given label name. It's possible that several objects have the same label name. Okay. Get temp file name, get type ID of property, get type of property, returns true if given type is a father. Move object, open transaction. Type of the FreeCAD object with module domain. List of the objects of this document in topological sorted order. Okay, so this is probably the way to go, or one of the ways to go, but I have to refresh myself on what topological sorting actually will give me, because it might not be what I think. Think of the tip object. Root objects. Geez, that's probably exactly what I need. My goodness. Okay, a.root objects, right? So if I do a.root objects 0, no. That's not what I meant to do. If I do b equals a.root objects 0, b.label difference. Difference 1. There it is. Okay, that's exactly what I need. Okay, so a.root objects That's very important to have. Okay, so let's just modify the export script a little bit here. Objects equals, no, that's not at all. Doc.root objects. Let's save that and see if it works. This should have two. Oh, maybe not. Oh, did I not save a CSG? Vim scadout.csg. Didn't I save it? I've confused myself a little bit. Okay, here, right? I've got the scat out. File, export, CSG. Yeah. Okay, let's go here and just close this. Now here, there we go. Okay, now final thing, final thing. Just have a look at that. If this shows correctly the two objects, then my object exporter is working reasonably well, and it's just a matter of getting the SCAD library up to date on for my needs here. So huge step forward if it works. Yes. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, that is fantastic. Okay, so that, yeah, I know. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's a pretty big win for me for the day. I have a totally viable step exporting option for that I can wire in reasonably soon to my Forge library, which makes it actually viable to walk into a manufacturer and say, look, I can make programs that help you design your objects more efficiently, and that is extremely exciting. That's gonna be it for me. I'm getting a little tired. It's been probably one of my longest streams because I've been kind of focused and thinking through how to actually approach all this stuff. So that's been good. Thanks anyone who's tuned in at any point. Thanks anyone who is on my YouTube channel and might be watching this. I don't know if you end up watching everything, but you know what? Still good to say thank you and appreciate what's going on. So I'll be back streaming tomorrow. Hopefully things are moving along nicely, and that's going to be it for me. Have a good one, and I'll be back later. Goodbye.